This is Kessben 93.3 FM, a new wave of excellence in radio.
Andy, and I'm who from her pa no Johnny who be me cozy, and then also only no dinner say from her last you of first floor. Me Danny Menisia ba mummy na no biako. It is a no coffee and I'm a foul in an inhibition. All right,
but see me Johnny dear.
Matty, you're a dog. Don't go. And I pay.
Did not pay the and somewhere number one is say Uncle Fonica say it is coming home.
For the evil
England for
okay.
Almost say it is coming home Antimiama in 2018. Almost have a kind it is coming home last year in the 2021-2020 European Championship and say ye. A few years league national Omoka say Omoka F no. Say in 2 weeks to the start of the Coupe du Mondial, the World Cup. In because of the big fixture be because some players no here in Africa to be part of the World Cup because World Cup na free a bit me as baby PM for the first time in 56 years. Say incredible from England they say there's a cause to worry. Na say ba say gari say get omon pamono. Na Graham Potter mra. Na o hwe omo team na age no a. Harry Maguire o omo main center back ni say o te bench o Man U. Look Shaw at the bench ewo Man U. Kevin Phillips at the bench ewo Manchester City. Jack Grealish at the bench ewo Manchester City. Mason Mount ewo Chelsea na so uniform. Kevin Lewin mo hwe say Harry Kane who betimi a deputies na no niam nkoye mfama no deputy na nkoye. Oli Watkins of Aston Villa nkoye. The La Liga na de mo so aduru Besiktas. Phil Foden in Manchester City, he's not playing well. Into our team now, almost de kwakwaje World Cup for the first time in 56 years. No, to see more thing because the campaign and the spine gradually a weaken because Jordan Henderson so general only four. Into there's a cause to worry in England. Now, the Atuasu Bio General means saying the Kunti at Chelsea are pushing for Rafael Leo after the signing of a Raheem Sterling becoming a left-sided forward. So Opesu use or more. Moreover, Endra after Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang chain go no, there was a farewell from the Barcelona supporters and crayfish Spain and say likely standing in the last game of Bodiama FC Barcelona. Anthony ne open year friend Junior Pedroso. Omo contingent na baby Pimu or London. Money Manchester United office. I do know omo baby Pifi or Manchester ato. Wakacha ya for ne say osre omo money mesia kan fama Manchester United because opese omubu e ba be sia kan de Manchester United. United from pen in no so amana ya aware say he's their prime target into omo hia no so ba be sia kan e de emo. Ferran Soriano di atudwa say Barcelona Bernardo Silva e no Pep Guardiola kokan. So when Barcelona obeba pa basisi omo din it's too late to discuss issues of Bernardo Silva leaving. Yati se PSG so e de akwakotum say 70 million pounds for Bernardo Silva and PSG so among give up in the pursuit of Abranti FN Milan Skriniar. Juventus Alande Akadios Milik. So American Abranti FN Dusan Blaovic because omanya Abaru Morata and Fanama. Memphis Depay the Chelsea Junior Obefi. Obeko United and also Obeko him. Cristiano Ronaldo Paul Ince the Ababetuja say enya de so omota abra no mboma yin Ronaldo betimi abodwa te say de na oboyi. Olympic myself fall in the last minute Ababetu just say Cristiano Ronaldo Alvaro dos Santos e ho no obeko akopie makwa akosina kan myself no so de aba so omo nyoma dwe de biara da so omo kwa kofa Abranti IFN e Cristiano Ronaldo we need other transfers agino e koso
okay
and am pese meeting e room ene won sema
okay
de be mane
room kakra bi
okay
and emre no untimi share anya bebre sa
okay
to the room kan kama e
okay
yeah
you know first of all the transfers ya can about Manchester United in the last minute e kwan omo person omo fast no omo sign players Masaka bio says omo tutu niam nyina they will have the last laugh with the transfers and after omo nya Casemiro and other players no and cry eba and say the Antonio more money wet now after missing out from the last game I asked boy no wa man penim for ya away so Obama United omo nya mu no mra the priority is to play for the Red Devils now. Oh, the theater of dreams, that is the Old Trafford. Inti sika na omo de ban e omo se Manchester United ntimi mfa last minute bid no enko ye de but en free ho England e ban say United de beko e bona rise akwakoduru 92 million pounds eno ni baby a say Antonio akwakodu je no a sika na omo de top players na no den e omo se nyemi sika but je no is too outrageous, it's too exorbitant sika ne sododo yati se Newcastle United for to kwakofa a player Alexander Isak in all his career won 17 goals just a season almost so kwakotia 70 million pounds for the Real Sociedad striker because almost say Callum Wilson enough our belly the attack in the amount ya can't Chelsea Anthony Gordon the amount of money on person the Kofano West Ham Ekofa Gianluca Scamacca and they are pushing for Lucas Paqueta 40 million euros rejected by a Olympic Lyonnais. It's the amount of money at Genoa. Almost for players or transfer market and no thing. Wesley Fafana Sika Ababetu just say on one Casaneka so undeserved to be say oh David says he can beat me a sign no. That is so huge for team my friend at Chelsea. But in clear ban say Antonio Toraj and Ababi Pim in England that almost pay fee no much baby or more better. Ya chemo the Antonio bet him diaba and Genoa minim so umbenya videos kakra on the screen. Abrantia no enigina e mfimfini na wa share e wooled white. Ah, the agent Finfin on the agent and an for and a general Mujino. This is Antonio Matias Santos. I united for a panel, Agent Ababi Siakai. I have for Nachima because of Mupe secretary from Manchester United, knowing very well, saying the last minute United is desperate to get this particular boy. He's a true talent and a very good player. Hoping so Beba Belande or Man United, none a born or born what Timia Bossa, I'm a name Timiakoye. Because for me, he's the secret weapon of the Chichi team now. Or the Babe Pimu in a 2022 World Cup. So that would be a good deal. And Kevin Trapp a dealer. Nipa be can mean why United are pushing for Kevin Trapp. Almost more Pabrantia fan Martin Dubrika from ATMIFL Newcastle United. United a backup because after the exit of Dean Henderson, I'm be here will be a baby pushing for a David Ye. Goalkeeper so we are very few and a bit me to David Ye there. But in the United setup, you know, I mean, no more yard, so more out to go in for a goalkeeper with me a push it, but for me, it shouldn't be a Abranti and Kevin Trapp. And cry by and say Chelsea and by so Mubishia PM Bam Young in Crawford, no much chain come up afa a Abranti and deal like or the baby PM, I would team my friend Chelsea. And I want to share goal or share one of the goals at my team, a friend FC Barcelona. Ewo a new camp game on money Manchester City etimi a boy na eno na branch ni free mo no genoa o man nsa so man supporters nyina ball mu nsem e de man no na eno na enipa bebre nsem o mo kan say so mo hwa branch no just say no ye any after o share go no de no ne teammates e ye ne dia na bibia kire say abranch ye fe ne Pierre Emerick Aubameyang no genoa ne last game e na obo e de ama e tima ye fe no FC e ye Barcelona no eno ne nsema enipa bebre eka ya kirem oba Chelsea aniam ode beba and so tena Barcelona ni game minutes no say the besi aba fam because of the presence of Robert Lewandowski up front and several Spanish guys are omo nyina national team players are Spain hope say World Cup omo dey beba be PM in Ansu Fati ochi obi te Ferran Torres make I say the last game of Barcelona boy against Real Sociedad no e obi anwanwa say e kwotwe game no na first 11 ne buy no na branch aye friend Ferran Torres ejirem but Genoa say wo hwe PM Emerick Aubameyang obi abusa question say Argentina Chelsea pam players na omo young no na omo kofa old gas in simply put enye omo pam ne omo de omo ba nyina na Genoa omo nyini eche omo ba no so for obi say MSN Pemeria na for obi say Kokoyera Abranti FN MSN Pemeria enyini che ma Kokoyera into Chelsea going for that particular left backer uno omo be yadwen the level of versatility the be match Chelsea no MSN Pemeria intimi emfama MSN so ba Chelsea no they know onya ne chance but ne chance onya na otimi boy na wantimi ambo eti we Chelsea coach obviously you opt for another player who will give you options e wani mo no be ma a lot within the setup and on the match Chelsea decided say omo be going for that particular player omo de na ba no moreover Khalid Koulibaly na uja obi ti say Abranti fe ne Chaluba eye ekwan the obvious question that we say only say Chaluba is shadie but the level of competition at Chelsea plays omo in the EPL no Chaluba one player you know omo betimi rely on him and there be omo ntimi because Chaluba was there. He had a lot of minutes under Tuchel last season, but boy in January season we said and aircraft with my friend Chelsea. And if you look at your competitors, not also Barber rely on Chaluba there, January, and now they say never betimi akoyi. Intime opte so the Chaluba beko loan. No akonya more minutes e grow than so be keep Chaluba within the setup. No better net no nya bi emo. And Chaluba moving for other players to stay for me is good. Amanda Broya leaving for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to add up to the Chelsea squad. Dinoa nansa impenim for na kire se ball no mutimi bo. And even Luis Suarez free Barcelona no o free Atletico Madrid no check the numbers. Check Robert Lewandowski age na check the numbers. Check Karim Benzema age na check the numbers. Check Cristiano Ronaldo age na check the numbers and look at the performance of Thiago Silva at Chelsea. Compare him to the other young guys around. Now compare the kind of performance or give up. Into players no money no. Still you can rely on them for next year or two. Bema results no. Into beye so benya Koulibaly no nya Thiago Silva. Caesar spell a quarter now the Chaluba Bekolo no akwa sua bibi ediaba. Into for me if Chelsea are taking that decision I'm for it. Rafael Yo the na mentia say because of the presence of Raheem Sterling because performance of Rafael Yo arguably the best player in the Italian Serie A. The kind of performance of them Milan or Milan for some 150 million euros. So Portuguese international Sika or decided so will Chelsea be ready to pay for such particular amount? Born there Unimbo and will be on your chance of sharing the last season in the Italian Serie A. He's a left-sided forward. Or body a friend number 11. But in the presence of Raheem Sterling, the games now are born in January and Yaman Kuyi Famano. But will Chelsea up to go in for this particular player because Kerm say Thomas Tuchel in a meeting I catch a Todd Bolly say here a centre back and he need a striker. Newcastle François Babi Pimune so also Branche Feni Conor Gallagher say loan no mamisia can from after Everton buy in the last minute you know about some Babisia Kadiam. So these are the transfers are also for Chelsea. Bernardo Silva at the end of the team. Pep Guardiola in a conference yesterday. Ekoka said Bernardo Silva so on a bon coma of Philly Barcelona brutal. Yentimin question koka the issue concerning Jorge Mendes and the meeting between him and then Barcelona and penning for. But you know, the Omo can say in the last minute a better thing so Obedia to say Bernardo Silva and Konkopim for any other team from the CEO Ferran Soriano. Paris Saint-Germain funded the 70 million pounds. Abba some of the Bernardo Silva. But almost say too short. A better no money time and quality around to replace the level of Bernardo Silva in the Manchester City setup. Very integral and look at the goal that he scored for them in the last minute. Until Bernardo Silva per Barcelona there, but as the stands now, Sika Abasa debe kono cry issue until it doesn't look likely. So
no, Barcelona can say on person will keep an unhappy player.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. What can
say you know? Ejina Man City and Barcelona so come on penny umbedi. Or no dear. First no say no, it's not for sale. Only other man but say there. The stance and say on team keep you unhappy player. But yeah, boy and say who's a boy and you're happy with Man City.
But you know that was before. But then on say in the last minute there was no replacement. And Barcelona, it doesn't look like.
As well, can no
happy player.
Yeah,
Henry Canada. I mean, was in the same conference. Was
Asma can last one, and it's on person keep on happy player.
Well,
you see the last year what can?
Oh, okay. Barcelona ready to pay 70 million.
It also depends on the two clubs.
Oh, okay, but for me, you know, Bernardo Silva leaving will not help Manchester City.
Okay.
Options will be limited.
Okay.
In their midfield and in attack, and he different profile. Bernardo Silva, the beat me I am our partner. So I don't think any of the attackers. Well, in the Premier League, or match Pepper so be a team more in recent times. But for me, Bernardo Silva living will not help Manchester City.
Okay. What can Jibril Cisse or AJ Ronaldo to join Olympic Marseille?
Marseille for the Abano Paya. Omo the Abano Paya. Almost say daddy. Omo Caso almost sign Obia.
Just almost, but Jibril Cisse, I can say, Bayer Ronaldo now, I'm on form Olympic Marseille.
You know,
yeah.
Ronaldo now
said the Bayer for loan
Marseille.
Yeah.
Ebe lifted the level of the League One. Having Ronaldo, Messi in the same league.
Yeah.
yehu ni petwitwi dia etwi ekoshia line Messi numbers of the ama PG from the social media. Jesus akoton the ama PG and how he's adored after omubu ni nyina no he's still adored at the Parc des Princes. Me kan ha say time PG bo Champions League and omanti anya no. Myself one kotre say they are the only team to win the Champions League in France. Two teams in rival way back in 1986 from Francis Boulerio the BBC no. I so thick into omushi anya asem ketwa. The Neymar versus Gonzalez tackles any issues and omo match across no crowd as I did a lot of Babeka they arriving. So imagine having Ronaldo. Marcel confirmed in recent times Dimitri Payet Moya some beat me at reduced standard but still I am far. So having Ronaldo will bring that spotlight within the Marcel team. I may say for years. But you know, will Ronaldo opt to play for Marcel because the whole the Alberto Tonensani baby, but at least you have chance to play in the Champions League. With the England for now same.
Okay.
Almost the World Cup. Now in 2 weeks to the World Cup, and you can say any feature be a soon be because omo players in fully fit. Now mo de omako Qatar kwa World Cup for the first time in 56 years. Unfortunately for them, Qatar they are approaching in just few months the Qatar 2022. But you know, omo players now campaigns are gradually losing their position and some of them are dipping in form. Jordan Pickford the other so them and the headers na akwakonya team ikura the net to be compete so well. And I know how Marcus Rashford exposed Trent Alexander-Arnold on the right and how Liverpool have suffered in the last 3 games. Now James Reece in Swanyan and the backlash after the last game our ball against team FL Leeds United. Their main centre back in Harry Maguire is not on form. Now we are quite sentimental di John Stones so far so now. No one who said things are not well for the English backline. Look so baby a drain and in some man for crack Kafa Tare Malaysia who doesn't look good for Luke. And nothing shows he's coming back in the next United game. Into their left wing back trouble. Their right full back Karoka Jenhunia Sembebe. Musa he was exposed, but at least he is the most consistent player within the English backline. Omo MidField in Abranti FN Kevin Phillips is swarming the bench of Manchester City. Declan Rice and so transfers and some course and West Ham about 3 games they are yet to win a game. Phil Foden and Yaman Koyim Famano. Harry Kane is back and he is on form. But the deputy in Cavalier when Indies had a Hano. Messi Mount are not living up to expectation. Raheem Sterling are not living up to expectation. So you have about 8 of the English starters. And that has been a cause to worry for England. World Cup is a different tournament. Team World Cup in the last 56 years. But at least you can have players are form in their respective club, but when you give them the national team GC, they will live up. A typical example was Raheem Sterling. Obia who anyama no come for Manchester City, but unya the Euro 2020 no Obia who performance or better than a did for England. Sebi no mobe, and I say he's still going to follow the old suit England here bar. Nya Jeju Omususa also be a favorite for the championship. But at the end of it all, the Greek mentality and the struggle to match the big boys no and one beat me.
Okay.